perfect ending to a perfect season for Twin Cedars, as the Sabers pick up the win over Mason City Newman at the Iowa High School State Baseball Championship, winning the Class 1A title for the first time in school history, completing a 36-0 season. This is about as perfect an ending as it gets, Coach?
Perfect an ending? I don't know if I could draw it up any better, to be honest with you, and I'm certainly not going to ever sit back and worry about it being better, because we're so thrilled with how this is right now, and it hasn't really settled in yet. I mean, the kids, you saw the energy that they just let loose. They've been calm and they've been loose all season long. That last inning, I felt a couple of them were a little tight, not because they were concerned about their abilities on the field, but just all the work they put in. 6 a.m. over 3 months ago, and now it's this, and so they're going to enjoy every second of it, and they certainly deserve it. They've worked so hard to get to this point.
We'll talk about how that's then the first one to win 2 games, in fact, in the state.
It's an unreal feeling, unreal. I mean, my team played great behind me. We got me run support, and it was easy to pitch from there.
And obviously they didn't make it easy on you even after you got the lead, but talk about coming up with some clutch pitches and some clutch defensive plays too behind you.
Yeah, defense. Drew Carlson made that great play out in left field. That was a big time play with I think there was nobody out, or maybe there's 1 out. And that saved 2 runs, and then I ended up getting a couple strikeouts that were big.
And it looked like Coach a couple times there he came out just to talk to you. What did he say anything exactly that helped you? Or?
Just told me to settle down. We're gonna throw some strikes and we'll get out of it, and it worked.
And then Otis, he's big game Otis. He wants the big game. He wants the toughest teams, and they both had tough teams all summer long. And it was a game. That was his last loss here last year in the semifinals, and it was a game that he wanted to come out and shine and show what he could do. And he bared down and had a lot of grit, and he worked through some close pitches here and there, and he battled through it, and we just know every time he comes out we're going to get a fantastic effort. It's just the type of kid he is.
How sweet was it to play as well as you did today against them?
It was a good feeling. Last year they beat me 3-0, and I was really looking forward to getting another shot at them for the state title this time.
What's it like to I guess simply complete the dream or complete the goal you guys had?
When we started the year, I never thought we'd be 36-0, but it's a great feeling.
What was it that made you guys 36-0 this year?
We just refused to lose. I don't know. It seemed like we never came into the game thinking we were going to lose. We had confidence we were going to win every game, and we did.
Hunter Embry scored the first run of the game, coming home on a wild pitch after taking third base from first on a ground ball out in the second inning. That got Twin Cedars off to the first of 5 straight runs they would score in the first 4 innings.
I saw Parker hit it, a little dribbler, and I was just thinking try to get second base. And when I got there, I realized the third baseman pulled off at the bag quite a bit, and I was like, I just got to try to beat him to the bag, and I ended up doing it. And it was, I think that's what led our team to think, let's get this run in, and I scored on that wild pitch. It was awesome.
We just spent yesterday in our morning practice. We always do our base running stations, and it's tremendously boring. They take it seriously and they do it well every time. But we took an extra amount of time at third base, probably an extra 15 to 20 minutes as an entire team at third, working on our secondary lead. We call it creeping down the line, and don't let that momentum stop. We were leaving in the previous game, in the semifinal game, we got caught once not getting to home, and then once not getting to second. And we noticed just in looking at our players that a lot of us were not. We were leaving on our secondary lead too early, and so we were working on the timing, wait until the release, and then get our secondary, and that helped our timing, helped us be a little bit more aggressive. And then Hunter, who's always a fantastic base runner, just had great reads, and that run was on him. And he got us started, and it's very fitting that when that pitch was thrown, that's where the game stopped, right in his catcher's mitt.
Coach, what is this, only the 11th time in the history of the state that a team's run the table in summer baseball? How special it'll be next year when you see that program come up, and you'll be right there with the Martinsdale St. Mary's. And
we'll get in the van and come up here about every day. Cubs game or something, we'll come up just to look at that. So it's unbelievable. They've worked so hard, they deserve it. But I'm so thrilled, I'm so happy for them and our fans, and at the same time, you're sad because we don't have practice tomorrow. And that'll settle in, they'll feel that, but you know what? They got the job done. They deserve it. They're state champions, and I couldn't be prouder of them. And we just took simple baby steps, and we never once in practice ever just overlooked a session just to get to the next one, because everything builds off of itself and everything builds off of the others. And I think that's the reason why we've had the success they've done it. We've just talked about it. It's easy for us to say it, but they have worked hard and tried to be perfect every little step of the way, and the result you see today.
Kind of cool.
There's two things I know I'm looking forward to doing, and at some point I'll probably go out to the ballpark, lights off, and just kind of sit there by myself and just soak everything in, and just that'll be my time right there. I'm not a huge rah-rah guy, and so that'll be the time I like. And then number two, and the most important part, is just get home and just hugging my family, because you know, any coach's family knows you're not home much, and they've gone through a lot and dealt with a lot just without me being there, and so I can't wait to go with it. My wife. I gotta go upstairs.
Daddy, Mom, she's over there.
Right. Guys, we got a hit tonight, remember?
According to the state baseball tournament in Des Moines, Scott Jackson.
Bring your bats.
Good.